Hey team, here's a small patio from last year with a whole lot of cuts. So the way that we had to form this up to make it work with the deck, it was kind of an awkward shape. It was not quite an arch, not quite a circle, and to do two cuts, one up and one across, it was going to create some awkward looking shapes and squares, and it wasn't going to look good. So free upgrade to diamond pattern wet cuts. So we opted for about 30-inch squares or diamonds with this one, and it's just gonna break it up and take your eye away from that awkward shape and make it look like patio stones or pieces of slate in the end. So here we are going in with our 4-foot missile cutter, and then we're chasing those cuts with a 30-inch bullet laser beam from Cadillac. So nice and straight with the 4-footer, and then smoothing out the profile with the laser beam. Now, whenever we have time, I'm jumping on by hand and I'm wiping this guy out by hand and redoing all the cuts by hand. It is possible to catch it from the edge, but when I'm on the pad and I'm right above all that, the details don't get missed. So here I am with my hand cutter, and I can steel cream as needed, fill the cuts, make sure everything's nice and crispy, all the details are accounted for, and I can see exactly what I'm doing. So then you just got to take out any scrape marks, any lines from the cutters, and just kind of prepare that surface for stamping. This project was a seamless Roman slate from Proline. And again, you just want to rotate those stamps so that there's no definitive pattern there. You want to keep it random. I had the kids with me that day. It was the middle of summer, so get to work, kids. Whomper. That's the Whomper. This is the chisel, and the chisel is used to open up any cuts that might have got squished with the stamps, so it's there for touch-ups. And this is called a textured roller, and this is gonna just imprint those cuts a little bit to match the pattern of the stamp. So it's actually gonna look like that pattern rolls over into the cut and make it look like it's an individual stone. It just adds to the final look of it, and it looks pretty sharp. Here's our black Easy Teak going on. We throw it on heavy, and then we do a drag. We pull out the excess and kind of put it where we want it at that stage, and then in comes the high gloss sealer here. Again, 30% high gloss cure and seal, allows it to breathe for that 30 days, but looks like $1,000,000 when you put it on. So here's the finished result. I don't think we had any integral color in here. It might have just been regular gray concrete, or we might have had a charcoal in there, but with that black Easy Teak on top, it sure makes it pop, and it just gives you a real good look at the pattern, gives it depth in the end. So I hope we did a good job with all these cuts and kind of take your eye away from that curved form, make it look like individual stones.